Hi, this is Ellie Polite with Guitar Edge Online. I'm backstage with David Lopez with Daughtry. How are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks.
He's the tech actually today, so we're actually going to run through the entire rig of what he's got going on. So let's go ahead and get started.
Awesome. Well, let me get you into my little bunker here. I'm the tech for both Chris Daughtry and Josh Steely. Josh Steely is the lead guitar player for Daughtry. First to start off with Chris's rig. It's very basic. When we started off, Chris was just an acoustic player. He had played electric in his previous band, but had wanted to start off with just a couple songs acoustic, and that's grown quite a bit since then. So what we do primarily is, his primary guitar is this silver ES-137, and how we started was we outfitted them all with Fishman power bridges, and for the piezo effect, and what he did is play these on stage with just the piezo. After a while, he decided he wanted to add some more tone to his to the songs and start playing electric on a lot of them. So we started implementing the electric. That's where we brought in the second pack. So he has two signals that go. One is completely individual to a DI for the piezo, and the second is for his electric. Over here is his electric rig. He uses the Bad Cat. The Bad Cat Lynx 50 head. Bad Cat's a company out of Corona, California. Pretty boutique-y. We really like them a lot. It's a really warm, true tone, and it's really solid, and we really like it. Then he comes to two wireless units. Both these are individual, and they run to Whirlwind multi-selectors, and both these switch at the same time. Each one goes to the piezo or the electric. And then I also have foot switches up on deck that control them also. I have a custom foot switch that will switch them both simultaneously, but I do have the option to go to either one. In this set that we're doing currently, Chris plays a lot of acoustic stuff, and he plays the Gibson J185, and we have several of those, all for his different tunings. Like I said, he started off with acoustic in his band, so he likes to showcase that a lot in a lot of his stuff. The way he switches up on stage between the piezo and the electric is through this foot switch. It's the only thing he has in front of him on stage, and all it does is run the piezo signal in and out and the electric signal in and out, and then he just switches between the two. The LED comes on when he's on electric. We gave him the option to run both of them together, and he preferred to run just the one or the other, so that's what he uses. Alright, so a couple more of Chris's toys. We showed the silver 137. This is a custom Gibson that we had done. Gibson was nice enough to make for us. It's a flat black 137, also outfitted with the piezo power bridge. Custom bat inlays. Chris is a gigantic Batman fan, so anywhere we can use a Batman or Batman-like symbol, we try to throw it on there. All his picks have Batman on them. His guitars, he has a Batman mic stand, which you guys might check out later. Our newest addition is this 335, and he uses this for the new single, Life After You. His grandfather had a guitar this exact color, and I ended up borrowing one from Gibson, and he freaked out and had to have it, so Gibson actually just gave us the loaner. So he's very excited about this. It's a great tone. I'm looking forward to using it on a song that will showcase its electric side, because I think that its electric qualities are amazing. It's very tight, and it has a much heavier quality than the 137s do. So Chris walks into rehearsal for this tour, for the pre-production, and he brings this in. It's a brand new Explorer that he got through Gibson, and it kind of came out of nowhere, because he's into the semi-hollow bodies, and they've worked really well for him, especially for this kind of music. And he all of a sudden wanted to play an Explorer, so I wanted to know what song he wanted to use it for, and he thought about Breakdown. And Breakdown's a song that features him on piezo primarily through the song. And I was like, well, should we use clean tone or not? But then he had me put a piezo in it. So as far as I know, this is the only Explorer out there with a piezo. And it sounds pretty good. It's a bit throaty, as the guitar naturally is, but it's really grown on us, and it's become one of Chris's favorite guitars. So,
very cool.
On to Josh Steely's rig. So Josh Steely is the lead guitar player for Daughtry, and he's mostly a Les Paul guy. When we started off, we started off with all just Les Paul standards, and this is the new standard, which which has a couple more features on it than the traditionals did. But we started off with all those, and then he came back for this album and decided that he wanted to try out the new Les Paul Juniors, the reissues. So we had a bunch of these come in, and this is his preference right now. He loves the P90, he loves the responsiveness of it, and does a lot of volume swell. So the P90s are really responsive to that, and they do cause a little bit of noise with the lighting rig, but he will deal with a little bit of that, and he does so much volume riding that if there is a day that there's a lot of noisiness going on, he'll kind of play with it and work around it, because he does like the responsiveness of the P90 in that. A couple other things that he added to his rig for this tour were the Les Paul Access, which has the Floyd Rose tremolo system on it, and he was a big shredder coming up, so this was a throwback to his old days of playing in bars, and we used to use this for a cover of Possum Kingdom that we were doing, and by the Toadies, and now he's using it for There and Back Again, which is our big ending solo song, and he just shreds on it and loves it. Also, there's one song that's featured in the set that we use a baritone guitar, and luckily we found this through Gibson. It's a Les Paul baritone. I hadn't seen them before, did some research and found them, and this was the last one that Gibson had. So we're trying to hunt another one down now because Steely has just fallen in love with it. As far as his rig goes, he's also very simple. He comes from the bar scene, so he likes everything as simple as possible. This is his pedal board. He runs the AB selector he also runs Bad Cat to the Lynx 50 and the BC 50, which is kind of a mock-up of a old Plexi. And then we have the leash, because we have to run this amp pretty open wide to get that good lead tone out of it and texture tone. So we were able to back it down without having enormous stage volume. When we're in smaller venues, it's really a problem. So what he does is he has this control over here, and the BC50 never runs on its own. It's kind of an addition to the Lynx. So the Lynx is the main head, and then he'll throw on the BC50 when he wants an extra kick. And then also the BC50, he employs both the clean and the electric tone. And all of his pedals he picked out. Most pedals that you'll see, that I see out with techs, they'll have markings all over them where they need the settings every day. Steely's very different. He's very much a feel guy, and depends on his ear a lot, and will constantly change his pedals the whole set. So he changes them a lot with his feet, and so there really isn't a standard setting for him, and he does a lot of moving around. So everything's kind of up to him, which kind of gets on my nerves sometimes. But because I like having everything exact, but he likes having that control, and it works for him, and that's the important part is that he's happy.
Well, there you have it, everybody. This is the guitar rig for Daughtry. We've gotten a really cool lineup from David Lopez, and we really appreciate your time, David.
Thank you.
Thank you.